What? Of course, my reception out here is not great, so it may get choppy. Sorry for that. Is it on? I think it's on. Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, sunshine. Hi. I guess I'm, well, a couple minutes late, but not too bad. I've been seeing memes where people are posting. I don't want to brag or anything, but I haven't been late for anything in 2 weeks, and I thought, wow, I can't relate. I feel like I'm late for everything. Zoom meetings, live feeds, everything. But so anyway, at least I'm consistent. Hi guys, who's on? Hey, Nikki, Meredith, Stephanie. Wow, good morning, guys. I am Mary Jo. The crew is here. Good morning, Nikki. So obviously I'm running today. Friday is supposed to be my rest day, but I ended up taking a really unplanned and unwelcome rest day yesterday. Just things got all screwy with my schedule. I had a Zoom call at 9, so I knew I had to push my meeting or my running off to later, and then it just started raining and snowing and got super windy, and I was just like, no, I'm done. By the time it stopped raining and snowing, it was just too late in the afternoon. I am not an afternoon runner. I got to get it in the morning, or I'm just not. I start eating, and then I just know my run is not going to be good. So yesterday ended up being my rest day. So today I'm going to run, and I thought about it last night. Obviously not, and I don't do good with rest days anyway. So by the end of the day yesterday, I was done, and I thought, you know what? I don't care if it's snowing, if it's raining, whatever it's doing tomorrow morning, I'm going for a run, and I'm going for a trail run. I'm not running on the road because it's still pretty windy. So hopefully, you know, the woods will break up some of that wind. I do have a couple of exposed areas to run in, but I'm going to do a couple of loops because I'm supposed to be getting in like 5 or 6, I think, today. So I might do a couple of loops around the park, the iron ore bed quarry out here, and just have fun, not really be concerned about pace or anything, just run through mud puddles and have fun. And I actually kind of like bundling up, and when it's snowing, the wind I'm not a big fan of, but I was the only one here, but now somebody pulled up probably with their dog, so they should be pretty easy to avoid though. So anyway, gonna trail run this morning, and I'm in my car having coffee with you guys before my run. How's everyone doing? Happy Friday. It is Friday. It's Good Friday for my Christian friends, and happy Passover to my Jewish friends. Big week for anyone who does celebrate those things. And then we got Easter Sunday coming up. So how's everyone's week? How was everyone's week? Any big plans for the weekend? Let's check in. Anyone got any good jokes? I love dad jokes, so I haven't been sending those out recently. To my crew, we have a little bit of a check-in today with my crew, so I'm happy for that. Why are we having coffee in the car? So I'm going on a trail run this morning. That may have come in before I explained what I'm doing. So Nicole's on. Good morning, Nicole. What the heck is this snow, right? I know. Don't worry, it'll change. Give it 5 minutes, it'll change. I actually don't mind the snow. I prefer running in the snow over the rain. So there's that. And I don't like the wind. The wind is what I just don't like, but doesn't matter. I'm not going for pace today. I'm just going to get the miles in, 5 or 6 easy miles. You don't look warm enough. Today is a holiday for my work, so I've officially made it through the first week of the new job. Yay! That's awesome, Meredith. That's great. I'm so glad I've been kind of keeping up with you and what you said about your week, and that's awesome. That's awesome that it's gone so well, and that they've been able to onboard you through this thing, whatever we're calling it. Missing class, yeah, Nicole, me too. I missed a lot of things that I didn't expect I was going to miss. The class is probably one of them. We're taking a KSAT class together. Tuesday, Thursday nights, and honestly, I get kind of tired of driving out there and then driving all the way home, but I've actually kind of missed it, so I'm going to be glad when we can get back to that too. Meredith's actually loving the snow. Then again, I'm watching it from inside, which makes it easier to love, yes. I'm going to stop at Dunkin' after my run and get an apple fritter because it's Fritter Friday and a coffee. So I treat myself. I'm going to treat myself at least just today and get my son something on the way home too. So speaking of getting back to things, I've been, having a kind of a tough week myself this week, and just dealing with some things personally. And it has a lot to do with connection, and having that connection of the center. I really can't wait to open back up again. And I've seen some people have been posting, there was a picture yesterday that I saw again this morning that was posted from my boxing class. And it made me really miss that. And at one point I was getting kind of, I've been doing that every Monday night for the last year and a half or so. And honestly was getting kind of burned out every week, hanging the bags, taking the bags down, blah, blah, blah. And I miss it. And I probably will remember that next time I start to feel like it's becoming a chore. I really miss it. I miss that connection. I miss the connection of having our center open. I wonder how everyone's doing. Folks that I'll see in the gym and know by name but aren't connected with on Facebook, and I find myself wondering how they're doing. I know there's some folks in my personal circle, in my personal life, and some that I'm very close to who are kind of wandering a little bit, who are not doing so well right now. Things like probation check-ins and outpatient check-ins that are not doing things in person right now. I know that there's some people who are falling off because of that, because they're taking advantage of the fact that they're not getting urine screened and things like that, and it makes me sad. It makes me really sad. But I also know that's not in my control. I can't make them want recovery. I can just do my best to model what that looks like in this tough time. To I don't know. It puts me in the mind of, when I struggled for so many years, how people close to me must have felt watching me just continually self-destruct and not be able to do anything about it, right? We can't save people. We can only show them the life preserver, and it's up to them to want to grab it or not, right? And for whatever reason, if they're not ready right now, we have to accept that. And it's really been, it's hard when they're people who you really, really care about. So, anyway, yeah, sorry it's not Meltdown Friday, but I can't wait until we have apple fritters are the best, aren't they though, Meredith? I can't wait until we have the center open again, and I know that, whether I make a direct connection with somebody or not, I know that center is a lot of people's lifeline. Just having that routine, being able to go in and do self-care, even if it saves someone from using for an hour. We have a 48-hour abstinence policy, and I just know, we don't stand at the door with a urine screen. We don't screen anybody. It's an on your honor policy, and we know when people are actively using and stuff like that. So it's not like, but obviously there's going to be people that get under our radar, and the way that we cope with that is, at least for that hour, we know they're not using, we know that they're healthy, we know that they're taking care of themselves, right? And if for that hour, that's all they get out of that day of a sane self-care hour, then that's awesome. That's great. As long as their behavior and their disease isn't affecting those around them, I'm okay with, getting one pulled over on me. At least just for that 1 hour, for that one person, if that's what they need. That center, that's what we're there for, is to make that connection, to be that, that I'll probably get in trouble for saying that, but I know I won't get in trouble. I don't get in trouble, but, I think that, and I've talked with other folks on the team, and I know we all feel the same way, that we've got this policy and it's there for a reason. It's there for the safety of our recovery community. People get triggered, when people come in and they smell like pot, or they smell like alcohol. It can be triggering for folks. So that's the reason for that policy overall. That, and things we do, you're lifting weights over your head, can be dangerous. It's probably good to have a clear head when you're doing that. So for the health and safety of everyone concerned, that's why we have that policy. And but I gotta say, if that's that 1 hour that somebody's in our center and not using and connecting, and if that's what's going to be their bridge to recovery, then I'm all for it. Just because, again, I see what happens when people don't have that connection, or that recovery, or that accountability, or that that connection to healthy living. It's sad. So, enough sadness. I was told yesterday that I should laugh more because my laughter is contagious. So I'm going to try and laugh more today and not cry again. Oh my goodness, where'd that come from? Anyway, Friday freedom. Do what makes you happy today, folks. Untether from the tough stuff for a bit. Yeah, no kidding. I've started doing that too. Unplugging, turning off notification. My phone just gets turned off. My computer gets turned off. At a certain point in the day this week, particularly this week, I've just been shutting down. Just done. Nope. I'm getting out a book, or I'm taking a nap, or I'm doing whatever I need to do to recharge mentally and physically. Great advice. Awesome advice. Well, going for a run today, studying my personal training stuff today. Other than that, no big plans. Finished my running book. You're awesome. You're awesome. And what you were doing with gloves the other day, I think was so incredible. I got so excited to see that. Running with a purpose. Oh, we might have something exciting coming up soon. That was a tease. Just started talking about something yesterday having to do with running and something exciting to do. So stay tuned. I might have some more coffee. Sorry about the crying, guy. That was really pretty terrible. That's not inspiring at all. Yeah, I wonder too, Mary Jo. Hopefully, sending love. Thank you, Natalie. My heart's been heavy for those struggling right now. Lead by example. I keep repeating this mantra. That's a great mantra, Nikki. I love it. Right? Yes, Mo, they are. Yep. Drug screen line, yes. So that's what's been really consuming my week this week, because we are doing this program, peer support program with drug court participants. So when they call in, everyone has to call into the random screen line every day or once a week. I'm not sure of the regularity, but there's about 600 folks involved in drug court in Rochester. And we're working with drug court to create a program to support those folks going through this. So I've been screening a lot of calls this week. It's actually what's consumed a lot of my mornings anyway, is when those calls come through. They ring through to Yana and myself, and going through that, and then taking information, getting folks who are interested. A lot of people are hearing the number and thinking it's mandatory that they call, so there's a lot of screening going on. But we do have several participants who have signed up for peer support through that program, so that's really been awesome. Because again, that really does speak to what I was just talking about, having that connection, having that accountability. It's not mandatory, but we're going to do like a weekly Zoom call with some awesome folks who are partnering with us through Delphi Rise, helping us do some group Zoom sessions once a week for drug court participants. And yeah, it's really been amazing. It's been really good this week, but it's also been very tiring. So crying is part of being human. Yeah, I'm really human, I guess. Thank you, Betsy. Thank you, Meredith. You guys are really supportive. Thank you. But but it's not encouraging. We don't need to see that on Facebook. It's tough though, right? So we are human, we are messy, we're not always going to be this, this picture of perfection. I have moments too. We all do. It's part of being human, and if we can, keep that in a reasonable place and not get stuck in it, it's okay. We need to feel those feelings. Sorry, I gotta tie my shoes. My trail shoes, my muddy trail shoes. As long as we don't get stuck in that, right, we can process it. And typically I process it with a couple of people that, that are close to me and that I trust, but, you can't control when those moments happen. And I start to think about, people that I love and I care for, and, them struggling, and it tears me up. So I have an emotional reaction to it. It's human. It's normal. We're not robots. Even though I'm talking like one this morning. So as I'm looking at the there's more people. Darn it! I should have started running earlier. As I'm looking at the baseball diamonds around me, it reminds me of one of my favorite. And now they've set it up, you're gonna know it's a joke. But did you know that they estimate that there's over 1 million baseball fields in the world? But that's just a ballpark number. Dad joke. See? Laughter. We need laughter too. And we need to turn off these heated seats because I'm sweating in places I don't want to be sweating right now. Did my dad joke just like took 4 people off the call? That's awesome. That's so great. I have that effect at work too. I'll break out a dad joke and people will walk out of the room on me. So that's okay though. I'm good with that. I love silly, stupid, punny humor. Oh, speaking of which, this is absolutely non-run related or non-related to anything. That was a horrible joke. Yes, I know it was horrible. That's a dad joke. That's what it is. I finished Ozark last night, so I am not I don't watch TV. The only thing I do is I'll put on Netflix like as I'm getting ready to go to sleep, and so or Amazon Prime or whatever, and so I'll watch like a series just because that's like just the right amount before I will doze off and fall asleep and maybe miss the last 5 minutes. So I got stuck on Ozark when it first came out. And so the new season came out, and yes, I am one of those people, and I did watch it, and I was trying to do it like once a week so I didn't get through the whole new season, and I did. Peer pressure. Because other people, Matt, McGee, people that I work with are like, you've got to watch it, oh my gosh, the last episode, and I did. I watched it last night. I finally gave in and binge watched the last 2 over 2 nights, the last 2 nights, and oh my gosh. Now I can't wait for them to come out with the next season. And of course it's going to be like forever now because they're not filming anything right now. Nobody's filming anything. But anyway, really good cliffhanger to end the final season 3. Sometimes it's good just to, like, if I just have had too much reality to check out, and I can't meditation. I go through my whole checklist of, things that I do to cope, and nothing works. Turning on something mindless where I can just get away from something just for a half hour, 45 minutes. I know what I'm doing. I'm trying to numb myself with something else, and that's okay for that amount of time. I mean, there's worse things I could do. So, I mean, running, exercise, that's another way to, to distract yourself and get your mind off your problems. So I realize what I'm doing. I know it's a coping mechanism. At least I'm not eating a whole pizza or drinking myself numb or whatever. So, as long as I'm doing it with some certain level of awareness, I'm okay with that. And so, yeah, every once in a while, I'll just turn on something and just forget about what I'm doing. But anyway, let me read a few more comments before I check out here today. Dad jokes are the best. How is that? I haven't seen it. It's awesome. It's just great. Helen, hey Helen, good morning. Checking in from Albany, yeah. You just have to go watch it, Mary Jo. We can't tell you what it's about. You just have to go watch it. It's pretty good. It's a great distraction. It's a good way to just get your mind off of things for a while. So as the wind starts to pick up, oof. That's the one thing I don't like running in is wind, and I really hope I'm trail running, so hopefully that'll cut down in a little bit. But like I said, there is one exposed area I'm gonna run in, and what's usually my rest day today is not rest day because I didn't run yesterday. So gonna do some running, stop and get coffee in apple fritter on the way home, and give my son something, and then do my Zoom check-ins today, do some work, and then take off for the weekend. Unplug, no computer. I'll do my live feeds and check in with you guys, of course, every morning. Do my long run Sunday. I'm only doing 10 miles this weekend, and then like I said, teaser alert, we got something cool coming up that everybody can get involved in. I think really just in the kicking around the idea of phase, so we'll see if it happens. If it doesn't, we'll still have the 5K in September, hopefully, right? You don't want to predict anything right now, but Adam, good morning, what's up? Checking in just as I'm checking out, but that's okay, because yes, Helen, you do get out, get running today. That's awesome. Do it. Yeah, get outside, even though it's not the prettiest day out. I'd rather have snow than rain, so I know that sounds crazy, but we're the weekend's kind of me, off and on rain, but that's spring, right? We're gonna get rain, we're gonna get the occasional snow shower. It has snowed on Mother's Day before, so I'm just gonna throw that out. So don't be discouraged by this. It comes and goes. You know, we're really only in the first week of April, so it'll come, it'll go, it'll get nice again. We'll have more and more increasingly nicer days. We'll be able to get out there and run, so run or walk or whatever it is that you guys choose to do. Stay connected. We got lots of great feeds on today. Brian will be up at 11 with his meditation, Kirsten at noon, Chelsea at 2, Lisa at 3 with a group exercise, and Yana should be on today at 5:30 to close us out. And I think that's all we got today. Yeah, and then of course a busy weekend schedule too. So, but check our Facebook page for our virtual schedule, connections to our peers who are all ready, willing, and able to connect with you if you need it. If you want to just talk to somebody, you know, we're actively helping folks out. So, and keep an eye out for some exciting new stuff coming from us very soon. That's about it. I'll read a couple more comments before I go, and then I'm gonna turn you guys all over to your regularly scheduled programs. Yeah, yes, I do have my ears covered. That is also, normally I don't wear a full hat, but I have a headband that I wear usually to cover my ears because I can't stand my ears being cold. I'm going to pick up dog cake today. Aww, a dog cake. That's so awesome, Meredith. Yeah, dog cakes are good. That's awesome. I'm the same way I was. Happy dog anniversary. Oh, that's so awesome. That's so great, Meredith. Celebrate the little things. I hope you guys all do the same thing. I will see you again. So I'll do like a little post-run wrap-up video thing when I get back. Let you know how it went, what my state of mind is, stuff like that. I put it in the comments section, and I'll reply to everyone's comments, and anyone who checked in I didn't see, I apologize. A lot of times I'll see the comments afterwards and I'll reply. I will do that later, and I really hope you guys have a great day, and thanks for being here for me. I know that you think that this is to support you, but honestly I selfishly use this to also support me. I don't know if I'm supposed to admit to that or not, but you guys really help me every day, and I thank you for that. I'm so very grateful for each and every one of you. Come on here and comment and support us. We're here for you, but believe me, you're here just as much for us as well. And I love you for that. And thank you. Remember, today, inspire hope. Peace.